Well, it's official. The brand new paper money's here. Yep, that's what I meant to say. So, after loads of waiting, the outgoing 2017 A series notes, all of them, from $1 bills all the way up to the hundos, well, we could officially put those things in our rearview mirror. We'll still be looking through them, of course, because there's still a lot of neat finds that you could add to your collection or monetize on the secondary market for huge gains. And now officially, we have the brand new 2021 series ones and fives that have officially hit circulation. It's game on, folks. Time to do some hunting. The hunt is on for some big errors, for more star notes, and for more fancy serial numbers. So we're gonna kind of do a deep dive of what to expect on this newly dated series of note. It always helps to kind of look at what we're dealing with here. So this is an actual BEP $100 face value strap. Okay, so you can obtain these from the bank. And it's really as easy as just simply asking for it, because what ends up happening when the banks receive these is they'll normally tear their original BEP band off. Okay, usually they'll look like this. On the other side, it'll say BEP in large letters, and that's when you know that you have a full legit BEP strap. So folks at the bank, whether it's tellers or other employees, a branch manager, they'll actually rip the band off and they'll actually go and audit and count those notes. And then they'll either put their own band on there, they'll package it some other way, things like that. Ideally, you want to try and obtain the notes that have the original band strap that say BEP on them. Okay, and it's going to be as simple as simply walking into the bank. And I've had people ask me, what do I ask for? Do I need to be like kind of like code secret discreet when I do these? No, you really don't. Just simply say, hi, Fran, or whoever your bank teller is that you have a relationship with. I want to get some brand new straps of ones, but I want some with the BEP strap on there. Can you provide those to me? Now, sometimes the banks, they have different ways of obtaining these. Usually, a lot of these funnel and filter through some sort of armored car company. And there are armored car companies that don't necessarily process them in a way where they have to rip them out of their original brick or out of the original band. Usually, that's at the discretion of the banks. So, the good news is these are actually easy to obtain if and only if you ask for them by name. All right, no need to be discreet, no need to do anything secretive or mysterious. Just go into the bank and ask for them. And it always helps if you have an actual picture. So you could just as easily screenshot this image here, have it on your phone, so that way you can show a bank teller, this is what I'm looking for. All right, and it always helps if you have the front and the back of the strap easily accessible. Like on this one here, you have, say it says BEP in blue letters. I believe each denomination will have a different color strap on there. And it says, for more information, go to moneyfactory.gov. So that's what the back of the straps look like. And these are ultimately going to be your best unsearched straps that you will encounter out in the banking system today. And that's what you want to go for. So we have actual straps of both non-stars and star notes that have hit the market. And I'm going to say that early sales on these have been quite good. So that just, gives you a little bit of ammunition out there, a little bit of desire to want to look out for these. Because if you could, say, for example, buy from a bank a pack of 100 BEP fresh star notes, and then you turn around and then resell them for 3x face, that's a good way to make some extra money. And it can happen right away, depending on how quickly you could get them out to market, because there's not nearly as many 2021 notes currently available out there on eBay today. Another good way of obtaining these is going to be by buying a brick. A brick will have 1,000 notes. regardless of what denomination that you pick up. So with $1 bills, you're going to have exactly $1,000 face. There are 10 straps in one brick. And again, they'll say 2021. They'll have the beginning serial number, and then you just count 1,000 up from there, so that way you guys know what you have here. So there's a little bit of a side view. I'll just do this. So that's how they're arranged, all 10 in a brick, and you can certainly go into a bank and ask for this way. It's always easiest to go into a much larger branch like a Chase, a Bank of America, Wells Fargo, some of these more bigger national banks to ask for these, because they deal in a lot of larger volume merchant services. So they're going to have a need for these, and oftentimes they'll receive them this way. And it's always good to call ahead. If you didn't want to make the trip to this bank, call ahead and say, hey, I want to place an order for a $1,000 count brick of the new $1 bills. Can you help me? And oftentimes, reaching out to a branch manager, they're going to be the person, they're the gatekeeper when it comes to obtaining these. Outside of that, it's simply asking. If you don't ask, you won't know if you could get it. So that's how you're going to, make this happen. But you can see these things are fresh cut. They're ready to go through. They're ready to resell. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a prime opportunity for some of you to go out there and either sell these straps as they are, or you're going to go through them and look for some fancy serial numbers, some birthday notes, and various other cool knickknacks that command a fair amount of value on the secondary market. All right, so that's that there. Let's talk a little bit about the star notes, because there are star notes on both the 1s and 5s that are currently available. It always helps to know what the run size is and what you can expect. So if we're on mycurrencycollection.com, okay, you're just going to go to star notes and then production tables, and it's going to take you to this particular screen right here. As you can see, they already have 2021. It has its own row all the way across. However, they're only documented 1s and 5s with star notes. They haven't released 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. There are $2 bills with a 2021 date. However, I do not believe there are star notes that have made their way out there. And there may not be any. Just look at 2017. There are no star notes known for $2 bills, $5 bills, 50s, and 100s. So for whatever reason, it's a very limited kind of date for star notes. So when you're here on the My Currency Collection website, you want to know the production tables without actually physically typing in a serial number, which you can do, but it could be a little time consuming. Just go to the table. All right, go ahead and click on the $1 hyperlink. And then this whole top section here that says Series 2021 is going to highlight all of the serial number ranges for star notes, and it gives you the run size. All right, so 640,000 isn't what I consider rare, but it is a lower print run. So I would definitely keep an eye out for 640,000 run size for this serial number range. Of course, if you have a serial number 1 in an A block, that note by itself is worth thousands of dollars. So that kind of exceeds the overall value of a run size of that type. There's also a 500,000, which is a little bit more scarce, but still obtainable. And there have been a number of these that are found already. I have a few eBay sales that I'll show you, and live listings. There are a number of 3.2 million run size here. So quite a fair amount. This is considered a large print run. So if you find these, oftentimes your note's going to be worth no more than a double, triple face value, even in uncirculated condition. And then there's a G star block of this particular, serial number range, which starts at 3.2 million. One. All right. So be careful. Just because it doesn't look like a low serial number, doesn't mean that's not a low run size. So in this particular case, somewhere in the middle of this G run, they did another 640,000, and that's considered a semi-low print run. Not the lowest, but it is relatively low. And it does carry a little bit more of a premium than, say, one of these 3.2 million run stars. Okay, so that's $1 bills. Here's the fives. And pretty similar here. We do have a QA block with a run size of 500,000. We have this another continuation of a QA block that starts at 3.2 million and one, and it goes up to 6.4 million. 1.9 million is the run here. I don't know what the exclamation point is. This run was originally reported as ending in 4.8 million, but higher serial numbers have been found. If you have a note with a higher serial number, then blah blah blah. Please email me and send a picture, because the person that moderates this page, they constantly update the production tables here. And then we have a QB block of stars. So we have the lower trend one here that starts at serial number 1 at 640,000. That's the run size there. And then a much larger one at 3.2 million. So those are your stars. So before I get too deep into what's sold and what's available out there, going back to the actual original picture I showed you. So the reason why, because we're in 2023, right? I'm telling you these notes are brand new, but I'm going to have folks that say, well, they're 2 years old, so why are you pitching them as being brand new? Well, the reason why they call them Series 2021 or Series 2017A is because they've undergone a changeover in both the Treasury and Secretary. All right, so anytime there's a brand new office appointed Secretary or Treasury, that's when they have to update the series. So if it's just the treasurer that's replaced, they'll do an A series. And then every time they replace the treasurer but keep the same secretary, or maybe it's vice versa, the secretary is the one that they, I think, changes out. I don't know. It's one or the other. If both of them are not being swapped over and only one of them, they'll designate it as whatever that current series year is and add an A, and then maybe a B or a C and things like that. They don't do B's and C's that much anymore. But this one has Janet Yellen's signature on here as well. And that's the reason why that, here we are 2 years later that we're just now seeing the modified new signatures on these bills. Hopefully that helps out. Helps clarify things at the very least. So here's some documented sales within the last 90 days, and these have just come out. So more appropriately, these are sales from about the last 3-4 weeks. We have one of those 100 count star note BEP straps. Again, these are higher run notes, I think 3.2 million. So full $100 face value strap sold for 3.25. Here's a singular note. This is one of your 500,000 run size sheets. Sold for $17 shipped. But you can see that, again, we're talking like moderate rarity. It's not super rare. Some would consider that to be a low serial number. Me personally, I don't. You need the very least 4 leading zeros on a low serial number, and that's stretching it. But there you go. If you could get $15 for every $1 star note of this run here, I'd say that's a pretty good day. If you have consecutive of them, might even do a little bit better. And this note, by the way, looks like it's circulated a little bit. It does. It's got a centerfold. It's got some wrinkling on the margins. So again, it's not a pristine example, but who can argue with a $15 sale, 3 bids. Here's also another strap. This is just a regular strap, but as you can see from the serial number, someone's going to kind of use this as a birthday note. So folks that were born in 2001 might have a little bit of a vested interest in this, although it reads backwards. It's supposed to be month, day, and year, but in this case it's day, month, and year. But it's double digits. So double digits for both the month and date is correct here, even if, it looks kind of backwards. So $175 was the sale price on that one there. Again, $100 face value. Not too bad. Again, keep an eye out for things like that. Here's 2 stacks of 2021 uncirculated ones, both BEP straps, and there are star notes embedded in these. So they're the low production run. 2021 BEP straps. stars, as you can see, they have relatively semi-low serial numbers, which fall in line to the 500,000 count print size. And then there, again, if notes are misprinted or they were destroyed during the process of producing these notes, they'll take those particular notes out of the strap and then they'll insert star notes as your replacement. $500. So again, that's a really solid amount of money for $200 face value. Great return here. And then here's also another star note. This is a Chicago, it looks like, G Series star. This one sold for $15. So that's what that one looks like. Again, not the perfect note. It does have circulation wear. It's got a wave to it. And then here's a few others as well. Here's one here that is another star note from a low print run. Print run as far as like 500,000. $34.88. Came right directly out of a BEP strap. It's even in a holder, which is really nice. It's very presentable, very minty fresh. Nice, clean, even margins all around, even on the reverse. $35 sale. So these next couple are currently available. So these two notes right here are brand new 2021 stars on fives. These have a print run size of, I believe, 640,000 or 500,000. It's one of the two, but the difference is negligible. But take a look. They had either put it in their wallet at one point. They got corner curls and folds in certain areas. These notes are not perfect, which is unfortunate. But they're at $45 currently, and it's being bid up organically, so it's got a couple days left here. But these are currently on eBay. And then finally, we also have, which I think was pretty cool, we have a consecutive set of three $1 bill stars. These are from the print run of 500,000, currently at $100. It's being promoted as uncirculated. When we look close up here, you'll see that the notes look to be in pretty good shape. They have a little wave to it, but I don't see any centerfolds on there. They could have gone into a billfold, but they're consecutive, starting with 7 and then 7-8 and 7-9. Low consecutive print run. I'm sure there would be someone that'll take a flyer on this one at $100 if they could get it for $100. But I probably wouldn't go any more than that. But outside of that, just really nice trio. Again, it helps when they're consecutive and a low print run size. And yeah, you'll be good to go on that one. So those are the, well, that's the skinny, first of all, on the new 2021 notes. These had just released a few weeks ago, so they are still very new and virgin-like out there in circulation today. Definitely worth looking for, especially if you're hunting for things that you can make money on, because they're fresh. Not too many people are looking for those low serial numbers. There's not nearly as many people that are actually going out of their way to look for brand new BEP straps and bricks. And that's where you're going to find a lot of your big dollar, heavy hitters in there, especially when you could find a strap or a brick that has a really low serial number, or it's got a fancy serial number in there somewhere. So there you go. Hunt is on, game on. Hopefully you guys look out for these. A few other things before we go off the air regarding my Whatnot auctions. I have my auction later this evening. If you guys are interested in checking it out, we have a lot of great stuff for all budget levels. I'll have my my link down below for not only the upcoming Friday night stream, but also my referral link. If you've never signed up before on Whatnot, it's a great way to get in the game of buying, coins, currency, things like that. You can get them at a really good deal. And it's something completely different and a lot better than eBay, in my estimation. And I've been doing it for a few months now, and it's one of my favorites. So, yeah, if you want to, I got my referral link down below, and I'll have it pinned in the comments section of this video as well. But yeah, I hope to see you guys there. But outside of that, I hope you guys go out there this weekend and start looking for these brand new 2021s. These are all the rage right now, and you guys should definitely check it out. It's going to be a great way to do some hunting when you're looking at brand new, unadulterated stuff, and really have fun at it. And hopefully you could find some stuff that you can either add to your collection at face value, or you could pound out into the market today and make a boatload of money. There's a lot of ways to make money off of these brand new currency. So that's it. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So long.